All right, rival criminal cartels in Mexico are battling it out in the skies now, using drones to drop explosives on each other. And it's all happening just miles from the southern border near Arizona. It's happening in Mexico, but near Arizona. A top U.S. general recently told Congress he's concerned the cartel's drone activity could soon get out of hand.
General, do they, in your view, represent a homeland defense threat?
Senator, they alarm me from being the person responsible for Homeland Defense. I haven't seen any of them manifest in a threat to the level of national defense, but I see the potential only growing.
That same general said more than 1,000 of these drones are crossing into the United States airspace a month. Now, we don't know if any of them had explosives, but it's frightening to think that these cartels can operate these drones without any repercussions, at least so far. NewsNation's Allie Bradley's been digging into all this and joins us now live from Del Rio, Texas. The general was worried that this could escalate, Allie.
Yeah, hey, Elizabeth, these bomb-wielding drones obviously causing some concern, and rightfully so, here in the United States. And we were actually able to obtain some situational awareness memos that circulated amongst Border Patrol, advising them that the Mexican cartel is using drones to drop explosives on the south side of the border, saying they're getting dangerously close to U.S. soil. So this is what we know here. The violence stems from infighting within the Sinaloa cartel. Members of that group reportedly were in an armed altercation with the Mexican military, Mexican federales, before coming to the U.S. in order to surrender to Border Patrol agents there. One of them was carrying 3,000 rounds of ammunition. The individuals claimed that they witnessed drones dropping explosives near their location, which prompted them to run to the United States. So where is this all unfolding? Well, sources that I talked to, they say the violence is contained in Mexico right now, in Sonora. But it is happening right on the other side of Arizona's border. Farms in the Cells area of Pima County were identified as locations in this memo that this violence was dangerously close to. The information distributed shows that the Los Salazar members are dropping explosives on members of Los Pelones. And agents right now, again, drones aren't new, but this explosive device element is. So agents are being advised to remain vigilant. And of course, Elizabeth, keep an eye to the sky as well when it comes to these drones.
So what are lawmakers doing about this, if anything? I mean, it's not our airspace if they're doing it over in Mexico, but it's awfully close to our airspace.
Yeah, you heard the general say it alarms him. It's a concern for lawmakers as well. Senator Joni Ernst of Iowa, she actually drafted a counter-drone bill that would give DOD additional powers, basically elongate, expand their powers and what they're able to do when it comes to these drone incursions. So this is what the senator said to NewsNation in part, quote, "On borders are Kamala Harris's watch. Murderous drug cartels are controlling the southern border and using drones for turf war attacks within miles of the United States. These thugs must be held accountable. That's why I'm equipping the Pentagon to respond to these incursions by any means necessary through the Counter Drone Incursions Act." Now, Homeland Security, Transportation Infrastructure, and Judiciary Committee members, they also drafted a bipartisan bill that they introduced back in June that would help with some provisions that were set to expire in October, Elizabeth. So lawmakers are certainly concerned and certainly doing what they can to kind of get ahead of this, because if that violence does spill over, obviously that is something they're going to have to deal with. Elizabeth.
Yeah. All right, Allie Bradley reporting live from the border. Thank you. Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.